Hello everybody and welcome to week 6 of the ENC Draft League. This week we're playing the Charlottezards. Their team is Great Tusk, Corviknight, Lycanroc Dusk, Cresselia, Hisuian Electrode, Alolan Muck, Hisuian Typhlosion, Dragonite, Inteleon, and Porygon 2. I believe this is the most polarizing team in the league. Everybody, when we did our draft breakdowns at the beginning, either put it like really high up, like top 3, or very low, like almost bottom 3. I believe Collin was the only one to my knowledge that put it like near the middle. And at first that's probably what I would have done. I probably would have done on the lower side because it is lacking 2 Pokemon compared to some of these other teams. Like there's just less stuff that you have to prep for. And a lot of the things have kind of similar weaknesses, right? You see like Great Tusk struggles to deal with like flying types. Corviknight doesn't really help that problem much. I guess Lycanroc does. But then like, what else? You've got Lycanroc, Electrode, and then Ice Beam from these two. And that's kind of your only ways of dealing with flying types. Which is quite a bit of a problem. But at the time I forgot that Great Tusk had access to Ice Spinner, which in my case is... I was planning on walling like half this team with Gliscor. The Ice Spinner actually puts a big damper in that. Yeah, so it has grown on me a lot, I think. Porygon 2 is one in particular that's just very difficult for a lot of players to deal with, my team included. Like, I don't have a fighting type, right? Like, I can't hit it for stab super effective damage. Intelligent, very fast, hits very hard, probably going to be Specs or Life Orb. Dragonite's a strong setup mon, even without the Terra Normal that it likes to do in real formats. Very strong. Hisuian Typhlosion, good choice mon. Probably not into my team because I've had so much hazards, but it's come into other teams that have hazards. Muck is a great switch in for Golden Go. Electrode's really fast, and it's got Terra Ice to hit my Gliscor. I don't think Cresselia comes because of my Ghost type here, Dark type here, and Bug type here. So, like, that's probably the one I'm most confident doesn't come. I also think Corviknight could not come because it's genuinely fucking horrible into Golden Go. It can't touch Golden Go at all, and I block Defog forever. And then the reason I probably would have put this team pretty low at the beginning is because I think this might be the most overvalued Pokemon in the entire draft. 14 points is insane. It's insane for Lycanroc Dusk. When if you look at the other ones, 14 points, Midnight's 3, and then the other one is 7. Like, this one is not half as good as that other one. This one is half the points, but it's like still 75% as good as this one. It's 2 points slower, I believe, 2 points less attack, and the big thing is that it doesn't have access to Tough Claws. And that's it. So, like, it does 30% less damage, essentially, because the speed is relatively irrelevant, and the 2 points of attack actually is irrelevant. So it's just Tough Claws. And when you are gonna sash it and just use it to set up rocks and then get some Excel Rock chip or whatever, so much... I'd rather have the extra 7 points. Yeah, but, at first I was not too worried, but then once I realized that this Thunder Ice Spinner, I was a little bit more worried. So we can get into the team. Initially, I was doing a bulky gold, with Nasty Plot instead of Thunderbolt, and then Recover, obviously, like I do every week, because the idea was that I want to sit on Corviknight, but then I'm like, the more I thought about it, the less I think that Corviknight comes. I think and also, if it does come, I've got Golden Go and Gliscor both wallet forever, and also Terra Steel Rotom, and regular Rotom too. Actually, regular Rotom perfectly. I've got so much stuff that's good into it that even by making my gold worse into it, I don't think I'm shooting myself in the foot. First of all, I don't think it comes, but even if it does come, I've got other stuff that can deal with it. Big thing about Scarf is that it is faster than Electrode by 1 point. I believe this guy's also Scarfed. Yeah. Literally exactly max speed. The crazy thing is that this is actually the optimal EV spread for Golden Go, and that sounds crazy, but look at it. This is exactly 1 point faster than Timid Electrode, and this is exactly how much special attack I need to KO Inteleon with Thunderbolt. Like, it couldn't have been more perfect of a spread. Then Shadow Ball, obviously just great damage into, Great Tusk, Lycanroc, Cresselia, if it comes. I don't think it does. Great damage into Typhlosion if it's Boots. If I see his Boots, I know that I'm faster with Gold. And then Make It Rain, just decent damage into everybody. It actually does like 70% to max HP Tusk. So if I can chip it with a Flip Turn or an Earthquake or something, plus Spikes and Stealth Rock, I actually will kill the Tusk, which is huge, because I think this will bait Tusk to stay in. One thing I am worried about is booster speed Tusk, but looking at my team, like, would it really go booster speed? Because I have a Spothra, first of all, which is basically my check to booster speed Tusk, because the rest of the team is quite weak into it. The idea is that a Spothra can switch in, take any hit once from booster speed Tusk, then protect, get a boost, and then kill it, essentially with Psychic. I had Lumina Crash first, but then I decided that I needed a little bit more bulk because I want to be able to live Rapid Spin into Headlong in case it Rapid Spins, which then Booster Speed plus Rapid Spin... Excuse me. Booster Speed plus Rapid Spin Tusk is faster than +1 Espathra because it's 1.5 times 1.5 on him, which is 2.25, which is faster than 1.5 here. So originally I had Lumina Crash, then I had to take some EVs out. Originally it was like max, and then I had to take some EVs out, so I decided to just not Psych Beam. I raised it up to the 10 base power more on Psychic to get that, to hit that range on Tusk. Makes me a little bit worse than a Porygon 2 because I actually can't beat Porygon 2 anymore. Not that I really could because I swapped Roost for U-turn. I might go back to Roost, I'm still debating in my head. The thing is that if Muck is alive, Muck almost always comes in on me, and getting free momentum to go to Gliscor, which gives me 2 turns of Poison Heal instead of just 1, is kind of nice. Because that actually is a really relevant healing on Gliscor, especially if rocks are up, because it's a net neutral if I have to switch in, take a hit, Poison Heal up 1 turn, protect on his probably switch, and then protect again. I'm not getting that much health back, but the extra turn of healing on Muck really helps, especially if rocks are up. Energy Ball also does, it's not a guaranteed KO on Inteleon, because I think it can afford 56 HP, and if we put a Spothra in here, 76 to 90, if I have 1 layer of spikes and Stealth Rock up, guaranteed, with just Stealth Rock, very low chance actually to KO. And what about 1 layer of spikes? Should be the same, yeah, very low chance. I could not afford any less, or actually I probably could get away with a little bit less. 176 I believe is the amount that I needed for Tusk, but the speed actually didn't help me at all. Maybe I think I did it for this. I think this is what it was for. 50%, and if I lower it, yeah, just 50-50 on 2 layers of spikes up. A little bit scary, but I actually do still like that over the Psychic, just to have a move that one-shots it, because Specs Hydro Pump does kill me, but my EV spread lets me live at least 1 Specs Surf, is what this does. And then if we put Tuskathy in, from the booster speed, it has to be this amount of attack maximum. I live Rapid Spin 21 into 27, or 21, basically 22 into 20, into 78, but because it's actually 0.4 less, so I always live with at least 0.4 HP remaining, which is probably like 1 HP, but I live. Yeah. Talked about this. My lead is probably going to be this, because I think he's leading his Lycanroc like he's done almost every week. The idea is that I'm probably going to bait him to staying in, because I went back and watched all his games, because now that we're into week 6, there's a lot of data that I can go through. I can see what everybody does. That's the reason I was able to get such a clean victory against Oak City Obstagoons, is because I watched his games. Every single week he leads Pelipper. Most of the time he U-turns out, so I felt very confident leading. I'm going to move my mouse because people are in here. I don't want them to know that I'm prepping. Most of the time he clicks U-turn, so I felt very confident doing Weakness Policy Samurott to get a boost off of his U-turn and then sweep. This time he usually leads Lycanroc, and he has switched. If his opponent gets a lead correct with something faster than it, he's going to hard switch. Well, not that it gets U-turn. But I'm hoping that by leading Samurott, I'll bait him into staying in, because it's he'll be faster than me. He thinks he'll be able to get a kill with close combat. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to flip turn out. Flip turn has a 75% chance to put him in range of rocks, is the idea. Guaranteed KO, but basically what we do is we put rocks up, 75% chance to KO after rocks. Obviously there's no rocks up at the beginning, but what that means is that I have a 75% chance of knocking him to below 12.5%, and then when I go to Gliscor, which walls everything it can do, I will set up rocks. If he stays in, I just protect and then kill him next turn with U-turn, go back to Samurott or somebody. It's just somebody good into what he's got. But if he switches, he's dead to rocks, and he's just lost him on for free, pretty much. is the idea. 75% chance to make sure that the Lycanroc can never come in again. And that was really good at the beginning of my team building process when I had Cresselia on the team. But then I realized that Cresselia actually really struggles into both Muck and Dragonite, and Porygon 2 as well, actually. Actually, Porygon 2... Oh, this is a really late time to pivot back, because Cresselia probably doesn't struggle into Porygon 2 in thinking about it. I was worried about the paralysis, but I can probably just set up through the paralysis and heal. But it does struggle into Muck. And it's also not good into Inteleon neutrally. But the idea was that this guy can't come in and then Excel Rock me late game. Was the reason I came up with this. But I think it's still good. This amount of speed is actually important because I ran a mock battle. And then I ended up tricking the Choice Scarf onto Porygon to remove its Eviolite. And then it outsped my Gliscor and then hit me with Ice Beam. So this speed is faster than Choice Scarf Porygon 2. Porygon 2. Obviously this one in here is min speed. It's probably... There's no reason to ever really run speed on Porygon 2. So it's just going to be this. Make it +1. 234 or 235 is the idea. 32 attack is enough for, I believe, Earthquake to put Golden into Make It... Or put Great Tusk into Make It Rain range after a layer of spikes, I think, is the idea behind that. And obviously, and not obviously, but Sacred Sword will also do that. I don't have to hit it with a water move. Cyclizar is the one that I'm least inclined to bring, I believe. Or not, to, obviously I'm bringing everybody. I am not sold on this. This was the slot that was Volcarona. I tried out almost every guy on the team except Slacking, I think, at one point or another. But I do think Cyclizar is the best. Because like I said, those rocks up on Gliscor really hurt it. Just not being able to heal as much as I'd like to when I'm coming in and out. Also, I debated with this slot right here. I debated between Knockoff and U-Turn like a lot, and then eventually I did decide on U-Turn for that Lycanroc line that I mentioned earlier. But I also even debated with no Protect and put Knockoff instead. But I think Protect is like almost mandatory on Gliscor to keep it alive. And then that did tempt me to put Knockoff here just to have some way of removing the Eviolite from Porygon 2. And then that's no U-turn, which is fine on this, I think. This guy probably comes in, removes the hazards, gets sacked, maybe can remove an item or get some chip or get a kill if my opponent doesn't quite know what set I'm running. This amount of attack is actually really funny because Inteleon is 120 speed and Cyclizar is 121 speed. So Power Whip will kill Inteleon after one layer of spikes, because it can afford 56 EVs. Oh, it's not even guaranteed. What the hell? I could have sworn that would be guaranteed. 93% chance. How much more does it take? Oh, one more EV? I fear that might be worth it. What is this? Oh, this is for Surf, I bet. Live EV changing. Let's see. 5.2% chance to KO. Drop this. 8%. Raise that by 1. 5.9. Drop that by 1 again. Raise that by 1, 4.7. Drop that, 5.9. Doesn't change. 5.9. Okay, so we can go to this range right here. 160 and then 4. And then 160. And then add that 4 to attack. Cool. That does make me weaker to physical attacks, slightly, but it's fine. I will probably die to any physical attack that hits me anyway, because Tusk is going to just obliterate me. Actually, no, I live headlong. That's actually all I could really ask for from this is that I live headlong. And then I deal like half back with Draco, and then obviously Power Whip is also really strong. I wonder actually if Double Edge is better. No, Draco is way stronger, even this. What about into Electrode? Electrode Hisui. Draco's 50, and then Double Edge 68 to 80? What do I take this out? Oh, that's really tempting. But the Draco's just does so much to Tusk. Does this learn any? I know it learns Aqua Tail, which I considered. I mean, Power Whip is just stronger, actually. Yeah, there's really nothing. It's either out. It's either Double Edge or Draco, and I think Draco's probably better just to hit the Tusk. Yeah. Went over this. Last one, Rotom, is my actual... It's just my check for Dragonite, I think. The idea is that Dragonite, the set that I'm expecting, is just Earthquake, Ice Spinner, Roost, Dragon Dance. Because, like, if you look at my team, Earthquake hits this, Ice Spinner hits this and this, Earthquake hits this for neutral, Ice Spinner hits this for super effective, Earthquake hits this, and one of this is Terra types. I mean, it's neutral or better damage into everything, right? The problem is that he could just run like Outrage or something, or even Extreme Speed. He's done that before against Collin. Like, I don't really know why you'd run Extreme Speed here. I guess maybe Cinderace and maybe Ambipom. But, like, I mean, Earthquake, Ice Spinner is great coverage here, too. So I don't know why. So that's what prompted me Terra Steel. If he's only brought Dragonite once also versus Collin, so I don't have that much data about it. If I could confidently say that it was going to be just Earthquake, Ice Spinner, I'd go Terra Water, because it's walls the Dragonite, right? But it also is way better into Inteleon by resisting the water move. And my team is kind of weak to Inteleon. My only switches are these two, and this guy doesn't come in on a nice move. I'm still tempted to change it, because I do one-shot Inteleon with Thunderbolt. That's the reason I'm running Thunderbolt over Discharge. But Water also makes me worse to Electrode, whereas right now I'm neutral. And I also resist the Ice when I Terra, so it makes it a 50-50, whereas Water, he's almost always safe to just go for the Thunderbolt. Well, I guess it's the same this way, because it's Thunderbolt is hitting me for half. Water's better into this. They're the same into this, because I could run Thunderbolt, but I think it's probably going to be Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Recover, and then Thunder Wave, maybe? He likes his Thunder Wave on Porygon, too. Water is actually way better into Tusk in thinking about it, because it resists fighting. And it still resists... They both resist Ice. They're about equal into Corv. Water, I guess, is technically better into Body Press Corv. Water's also probably better into Lycanroc. I don't know, because he's probably going to go for the Rock move onto me. But if he predicts my Terra, he could go for Close Combat. Crest, I don't think comes. Muck. Steel's way better into Muck, so there's that also. But Water's better into Typhlosion, too, and my team is a little bit weak to Typhlosion. I'm kind of banking on him not bringing it. I'm really tempted to change Water. The problem, Water's good into everything. Not everything, but most things. The big thing is that Steel, like, literally is an auto win into Dragonite if he brings it. It's just it's the hardest Dragonite counter that there is, I think. Because there's no reason for him to run Fire Punch when it only hits this, when Earthquake hits, like, everybody else. It's so tough. Do I run Steel, which guarantees me, like, the one reason I'm bringing Rotom? Or do I run Water, which most likely gives me that same matchup, but is better into everything else? Most everything else. It's really tough. I may have just talked myself into Water, but it's really scary if the Dragonite has either E-Speed or... Outrage. I'm gonna sleep on it, I think. Yeah. Anything else to talk about? We can go over his matchups, because, like, his score, I don't think is reflecting, like, the level of skill that he has and the team. Because El Paso Ice-Q, that is definitely one of the best players in the league, I think. He's quite good. He's one of Collin's friends. And people also he's got generally agreed on the best draft in the league. It's the Kyurem, Slowking, Kingambit, Skarmory, Alomomola team. Like, these are all hits, right? These are all really good. And the problem is that the lower tiers are populated by... Talonflame's good, and Ogerpon is pretty good. But, like, Morpeko, Spidops, and I also just don't think that Ursaluna Blood Moon is, like, that amazing. It's good, and I understand that it's good because it's Calm Mind plus Recovery plus hits super hard. It's just, like, I just don't like the slow ground type that much. I guess I talk about Gliscor so much with being a ground type that has reliable recovery. This is also that. I think it's definitely better than the physical one. Oh, he dropped it. Yeah, Kane dropped the other one. Because it does have healing. I think that's the big decider for it. It's fine. I just would have liked some better value picks. And also this team really struggles with hazard removal. Anyway, going back to this, I do believe that, and I think it's generally agreed on that Ty was in a winning position when his Porygon got full parried. Actually, I can pull up the match. I will do that because it's fun content. Here it is. So Ty was in a winning position. Let's just skip to the end and then go back. It's going to be the quickest way to do it. Oh god, music. Let's turn that off. All right. So what happens was Porygon's also, this is technically coaching, so Collin should not have said that. Dragon Dance, full para. That's a almost game losing play. But he should just go Lycanroc and Revenge with Accelerock. But he goes to Electro Burst, which is the only mon on this team capable of breaking Skarmory. So he just sacked the only mon capable of breaking Skarmory, then brings the Cinder Revenge, and Skarmory can now win. So, unlucky para on the Porygon 2, which gave Glist a setup on his Kyurem, and then misclicks and sacks the only mon that stops Skarmory. And what he should have done, he said in the chat afterwards, I remember, was on this turn, he misclicked here. What he should have done was just switch into Tusk or Corviknight, sack them, and then preserve the Lycanroc, because he absolutely needs to probably sack the Corv, because you want Tusk to break this. So switch to Corv, sack Corv, then bring this in. You sack them on for free, but you still have the two tools that you need to win, because this beats this beats this, and then this beats this. I guess 3 tools. Appalachian Agrons, he won because he froze Collin's Hippo. Like, honestly, Collin, everybody said it was a lot of luck involved, but I actually kind of disagree. We can watch this, actually. There's a couple key turns in here. Here, he's gonna Ice Beam freeze this Hippo, but, like, it's eventually gonna happen, because he's got 8 recovers, and this has 8 slack-offs. So that means you're gonna hit him with a ton of Ice Beams, and eventually it will freeze, and eventually it will stay frozen. Like, the real kicker is that Collin just doesn't have a switch for Ice Beam, like, at all. Like, his only conceivable switch is Cinderace, which is, I believe, what he goes to here. Like, you just don't have a switch. And then Collin said that from this position, he's like, oh yeah, this was a game win if I click, what's the move? Dragon Pulse, because he's +2. He's like, the world does not want me to win. Then click Surf into the thing that traced his Storm Drain. He's like, I should have clicked the Dragon Pulse because it killed, but I think he's got the turns backwards in his head because Dragon Pulse kills after the Moonblast. So you never preserve Tatsugiri in that position. You can either get the chip and then finish it with Ribombee, but Ribombee never beats Corviknight is the problem. So I don't think Collin ever wins this. I mean, maybe barring the Hippo not getting frozen. That's the real thing, but it had enough recovers to, it would probably he'll freeze the Hippo at some point, and you just don't have a switch in for Ice Beam is the problem. Let's go over the next one. Tick Bite Joltik. I don't think that much in terms of hacks happened. No, not really, actually. I think it was just, it was actually really close. I think it was 1-0, yeah, with this guy really low. He would have actually won if he had Thunderbolt. Jesus fucking Christ. He would have won if he had Thunderbolt, I think, but he had to Volt Switch twice. If it was Thunderbolt, it would have done enough damage. And who am I looking for? Slytie versus Canoe. The Ogerpon kind of went crazy. Yeah, this was just pretty dominant from Canoe. This miss was really bad because this miss then just, he would have had so much damage on the Muck. Because the thing is, Collin said Canoe didn't play that amazing here. I think he played well enough, you know? Like, I think one thing that Collin was referring to was the double... Like, he clicked Meteor Beam with no with no power herb, but like I don't think it actually matters because he knows that Muck can't kill him here. Muck doesn't have any move that kills him because he's no item. And then this does like 70%. You can revenge kill Muck with anything. It was a little dicey because of the miss, but eventually he did win with Sylveon Hyper Beam. So it was a 1-0 victory, but I think it was really not that close. I don't think Ty had much of a chance based on what Canoe brought. And then what team is this? CZ. Tarboro Tatsugiri's. Oh yeah, Kane got really lucky, I think. Because Kane... Watch this turn, watch this turn. Oh, not this turn. U-turn into Cress. Critical hit. And just obliterates it. And then also, I think Flame Body here... Oh, no. This is going to be Will-O-Wisp. He Flame Bodies something, I think. Oh, yeah, Flame Body... Sacks the Moltres on the Rapid Spin. Flame Body's Tusk. So, Flame Body, Tusk, and crit the Crest, you really can't come back from that. That's really bad. And of course, actually, never mind. I think Kane did acknowledge it in the chat and say you probably won without the hacks. So that's very nice of Kane, because Kane loves to complain when he gets unlucky. And in general, people who complain when they get unlucky don't really acknowledge when they do get lucky, which is why they think they get unlucky often. Anyway, I know Collin's going to leave a comment about the legendary yapping at the beginning of this video, but I did want to go over that because we're far enough into the league, and these aren't going to be documented anywhere else on my YouTube channel. This is just kind of in the Discord. So it's fun to do that whenever we're talking about players that I've never played against, because I've never played in this league before. I do know like most of the FDL players pretty well, but these guys are all new to me, so it's cool to see, you know, how they play, how they team build, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'll quit yapping and we can hop into the battle. Alright, here we are. Week 6. No Porygon 2. Oh my god. That was the one I was most worried about. My only answer for it was the Sacred Sword guy. And also no Lycanroc means probably no Hazards unless Tusk has them. And Corviknight is completely walled by Golden Joe, although it's a little bit worse now that I don't have a Nasty Plot variant. Alright, well, what do I lead then if he's got... If he's got no Hazards? I could actually switch it up and maybe lead this and get it Terra'd immediately. No Inteleon too, so that means I was right with the Terra Steel, aside from maybe this Typhlosion. I'm still going to have to keep this healthy for this potential Scarf Typhlosion. I think I'm going to... I hate to switch it up, but I think I am going to lead this. Could be Tusk lead. That could be kind of bad, but if it's Booster Speed Tusk, it's definitely not the lead. Electrode was what I was worried about with this. YouTube. This could just be an immediate Terra Ice. It's Terra Ice and Terra Fairy. Let me actually pull up his team. Or the Typhlosion is Terra Ghost, Fairy, or Fire. I think I will immediately Terra and Volt switch, just to get this Terra, so now I have a switch in for Muck, is the idea. I'd love to see a Terra Ice Terra Blast here. Okay, he just volts. Who is he volting to, though? I hope it's not Tusk, but it probably is Tusk. Oh, it's Muck. That's actually really good. I volt after him. Let's go to Killer Bean, get my Poison Heal activated. Now I can be freely knocked off whenever. I'm going to Rocks up here. He's probably going... I don't know. It doesn't matter, actually, to me. How much damage did I take? 67? Okay. I gotta be a little bit careful, but now that I can actually switch it on the Dragonite freely, pretty much. Curious that he went Muck, actually. I guess that probably implies that it's Spadef Muck. Tuskathy comes in. It is Booster Speed. No, it's Booster Attack. Okay, that's Way different. This is definitely going to be an ice move coming in. Ice Spinner, presumably, the fact that he went to it. I'd love Chip on this. And Booster Attack Ice Spinner obliterates me, I believe. I do live 1. Cat, get off. Oh my god, this cat. Golden Joe will just die to a ground move, though, is the problem that I see. Go Vegan first. Into Golden Joe. There's no reason to do that, though. I could just go straight Golden Joe. I'm just going Golden Joe. Cat. Rapid Spin. Nice. Nice. Blocked it. Okay. Now, here comes the ground move. Oh, no. No, no, no. This cat is stepping on my keyboard. Cancel. Okay. Whew, that was really bad, almost. Blocked the Rapid Spin. This is just a ground move. Does a Spothra live... Booster... Oh, no, it doesn't live Booster Attack headlong with the Booster Attack. The Booster Attack's actually really bad. Oh, I don't want to sack Golden Joe immediately, though. I kind of need it. Vegan on the ground move, and then a Spothra... yeah, that's what I do. Vegan on the ground move, and then a Spothra in on the fighting move. Nice, and now a Spothra in on the fighting move. Ugh. It is headlong, too. I just need this thing chipped, and then Gold can actually finish it off with a Make It Rain. Because Gold will probably do 76 to 90. Although, actually, if it's attack, it could be like much frailer. So I just need like 10% on this. Which would be like a layer of spikes, once I can get them up. He might not have a fighting move, if he's thinking. Okay, he did freely switch. He did read that, I think. I'm U-turning off this into Muck. Let's see knock. That's fine. That's actually a lot of damage. Hang on. Gliscor into Muck. Knock off. Wait, that might be max attack investment. Oh, not Calm. I wanted Impish. Is it Adamant? No, not Timid. Impish. Impish. That's attack invested. Wow. It's Adamant. My Earthquake. Oh my god. So he might not have a fighting move with him switching on the Rotom. Either he predicted my Espathra, or he doesn't have a fighting move. He's gonna try and defog here. I go Golden Joe. Or he's either U-turning. He could be U-turning. Yeah, he is. Okay. Tuskathy comes back in. I'm actually not really afraid of it anymore. I mean, this is just ground. I'll just go back to Vegan. Okay, he got that. I do need this for this, though. Oh, Cappuccino. Okay, it is close combat. It is close combat. That's good, really good to know. Is he switching? He probably is switching. Oh, he didn't switch. Oh my god. Okay, now he switches for sure. But I am going to still Psychic, just to get Chip, probably on Corviknight. It's on Nerf. Good to know that it's not pressure. Yeah, he had to switch there. How much chip has that taken? I'll just go hard killer or Gliscor. Light screen? Wait, that's actually really interesting. That's actually really bad for me. Get rocks up. Is he gonna defog? No, he's just U-turning. Tusk comes in here. Protect to stall a turn. Earthquake. Does he have Ice Spinner? How much do I do it under the light screen? Only 52. I'll protect again. Let's see if it is Ice Spinner. No Ice Spinner. Wow, 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 wow. And no thing there. Oh, I'm faster than him. Uh-oh. Did he get the turn right? I think he's going for the ground move. Oh, he went for the spin. Okay, that's fine. I mean, this is completely safe. He would have gone for Ice Spinner if he had it. I'm Earthquaking. Oh my god! What? There's no reason to go for the ground move. Okay, good. Dude, this fucking thing is terrifying. Okay, the ground move is here. Killer Bean on the ground move. Protect. Dude, this thing is fucking scary as shit. Do I need Cyclizar? I think I just hacked Cyclizar at this point. Goodbye, Cyclizar. You've done a great service to this country. And now Spother comes in. And I just am just gonna Psychic, I think. Oh no, he's faster than me. He's faster than me. Wait, this is actually really bad. How do I fucking kill this? Wait, actually, I think I fucked up. I actually fucked up. I let it get too fast. I need a double protect. I fucked up with this Tusk. Oh, that's actually really unfortunate. Oh my god, I fucking got it. I am so sorry to this guy. I'm so sorry. I've done that twice now to my opponents. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, he can't give it to me, right? I think I just have to go for the safe play. Oh my god, I feel bad. Yeah, he did make the good play. Let's go Golden Joe. Light screen up. I'm gonna lock myself into the Shadow Ball. He is U-turning into Tusk. Oh, Typhlosion. Okay, he knows I'm Scarfed now. Let's go Cromwell. Eruption. Oh my god, that's strong. Ceaseless. Oh, he is a fairy. I forgot that he could do that. I thought it would be fire or something. They're the same speed stats, so this is actually completely fine. I'll make it rain. Actually, he's probably switching, right? What would the... no, make it rain is still the safest. Okay, Tuskathy's gonna go down to this, and then the next one. Because I am scarfed. Holy shit. Not out of the woods yet, because there's a lot of scary shit on this team. We go to our Rotom here, on the Dragon Dance. We Will-O-Wisp. As long as we hit, I think we're in a really good spot. Just hit, just hit, just hit. Oh my god. Okay, and then now we Pain Split. It is E-Speed, so Steel was the correct choice. And now we just Air Slash forever. Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't Water. Electrode's coming in to take this Air Slash. It doesn't resist anything. He's already actually Terrored, which means Gliscor can now come in almost for free, but am I going to do that? I think so. This is probably the grass move. Okay, no, it's Thunderbolt. Did the Typhlosion take rocks? Typhlosion... Actually, I don't even know if they were up at the time. I think... No, they weren't, because I used Ceaseless on it. This is probably... I mean, I see no reason not to protect. Yeah, okay, cool. This can get a Roost, but that's actually fine by me. Because I'm going Golden Joe. And then I Thunderbolt. Okay, Corv's dead. He goes Electrode here. He's going to take a Spike. Gliscor's at like 100%, so it can come in. Oh, he went Typhlosion. And it is not that. Do I need... I don't need this for anything else. I'm going to T-Bolt this, just for damage. Takes me out. That's fine. Gliscor in. I should have gone Espathra, probably. I just Earthquake here. Holy shit, that's strong. That's got to be Specs. That has to be Specs with that amount of damage. Does Espathra do more than half to Electrode? Espathra, Electrode. Yes. Okay. I sack this. I mean, there's no reason not to protect once. He doesn't get, Nasty Plot or anything. I'll sack this. Espathra in. Might as well just protect. Dragonite in. Psychic. Actually, no. Oh, I should have gone hard. Oh, that's fine. It's burnt. I should have gone hard Cyclizar. Or hard Rotom. Protect from a burn chip. Go Vegan. Air Slash. Oh, I really do feel bad about that, because he definitely, I think, had the correct play with the Tusk. So I really do feel bad about that. Oh, damn. I feel bad. But, I am now undefeated. I'm still undefeated. I do feel bad about that one.